What's up, beautiful people? I'm Erin, and this is Erin on Demand. And today we got a little marketing video. I am so excited to be taking a look at what Forbes calls the 15 best marketing trends to look out for in 2024. Y'all know I want to give my take on them and just see what is to come. So I'm not going to go through all 15 of them. I will link this article in the description if you want to check out the rest of them. But I am going to be going through my favorites, the ones that I think are the most relevant, and then giving my take on them. So let's get into it. Number one is creator marketing. Over the last several years, creator marketing has been on the rise. And I feel like lately there has been chatter about, is this actually sustainable? Are brands going to continue to pour so much budget into influencers and creator marketing? And the answer is simply yes. I don't think that this is going anywhere, and neither does Forbes. They said that we're seeing large chunks of marketing budgets allocated toward creator marketing, and that will continue in 2024. And they said that creators will become the new retailers and department stores. They'll continue to curate goods and services for consumers, and platforms will increasingly make bottom funnel conversion a priority. So this is really big. I think that even though there are so many creators, that is fine because there is just more and more money being poured into creator marketing. Yes, it's always going to be competition, you guys, but that is never a reason to not take action. So I definitely think that we're going to be seeing not only more content creators collaborating with brands as we do in a traditional sense, but I also think we're going to continue to see even deeper partnerships, not just with the big star level influencers, but I think we're going to start to see more, I don't want to say smaller influencers, but like people with hundreds or a couple 100,000 followers really getting those partnerships that allow them to have their own line with a certain company, or design their own handbag with a company, or like do their own special collections. Like I think we're gonna start seeing more deeper built creator marketing in that way, and not just like one-off posts here and there. So that's what I'm hoping. And I think if brands do this, they will see an uptick in how people respond to sponsored posts and, sponsored content, because the influencer is just more involved in the overall product and the process. Another trend Forbes says to watch out for is another influencer trend. It says employees as essential influencers. So influencers will become more than just supplementary elements in campaigns. They will become essential to brand strategies, which I feel like they already are. It says that the real influence will stem from real people sharing real stories. And as a result, we'll see more business to customer brands leveraging their employees' influence, gaining consumer trust through their employees' unique, insightful perspectives and genuine support for the brand and business. So essentially what this is saying is we're going to see more corporations and more businesses, more brands leaning on the employees to become the influencers of that business, knocking down the fourth wall and showing what it's like, not just to experience the brand as a customer, but what the brand experience is like as an influencer. And we're actually seeing a lot more of this on TikTok. I see so many people who work in tech, who do day in the lives at Google, day in the lives working at Apple. Like all of these employees are starting to take on that role as an influencer on behalf of their company. And we're seeing a lot of companies actually have influencer programs. I know someone who is an influencer for General Motors, and so sometimes she gets to test drive cars and she gets sneak peeks at things early. And this is really cool because as a company, it's like you're recognizing the fact that, okay, other people, the people who work here are probably out there hustling, creating content or doing things on their own. And it feels like you're also pouring into other goals that people who work for you have. The next key marketing trend that Forbes says to look out for is focusing on branding and brand awareness. Now, they say that successful marketers will shift focus back to branding and brand awareness. While data-driven marketing, AI, and other MarTech tools will continue to provide value, consumers will respond to good brand strategies. So that is not going anywhere. So they basically said getting your brand in front of your target audience has never been more critical than now. And this is so important because we are seeing so many people kind of deviate their focus to other things, other types of technology. We're seeing just everybody, I feel like this last year, everyone with marketing has been frazzled because there has just been so many new things and the world moves so fast, especially the content world and the marketing world and the technology world. And it's just like all of these worlds are moving so fast. They're also colliding, and it is causing companies to not know where to put their focus, where to put their energy. And Forbes is saying, get back to the basics, okay? Get back to focusing on the brand awareness, making sure your customers are very aware of what the value proposition of your business is. And it's just a very critical time. It says to find a healthy balance and don't be too distracted by the emerging technology that you abandon the proven methods. So we are going to be seeing, obviously, people want to stay relevant and make sure that their company is moving with the time. But I also do agree with this, that we're going to start seeing companies try to kind of get back to what got them to where they actually are. This next key marketing trend to look out for this year is one that I really, really love. It's along the same lines as the last one, and that is consumer marketing fatigue. People are so tired of constantly being marketed to. And so they say in 2024, marketers have to pay attention to surging consumer marketing fatigue. Because as a result, brands who bombard their customers with irrelevant messages risk alienating and losing them for life. So people, I think today, are just not with the BS. They are tired of constantly being sold something to or just pinged for no reason, especially if it's not providing great value. Honestly, if you are opening your email and you have 7 emails from the same company in one day and none of them are specifically targeted to something that you've even made known that you need, it is annoying. It's a different thing when maybe you've signed up for something and you know what to expect and it's adding value and it pertains specifically to you. Or if you are a company and you're using extremely customized funnels to make sure that your customers are getting what makes sense for where they are in life, that is also different. So I think with this, we're going to see more personalization. We're going to see companies and brands taking more time to produce quality and not just bombard with quantity. At least that's what we hope. Next trend that Forbes says to look out for this year is offline and more tangible events. So in-person events, essentially. And I love this. I am so happy now that we are out of the pandemic where everything was digital. Every touch point you made with a person pretty much was digital. Now that we're out of that, in-person events are in full swing again. And this is a marketing strategy that all businesses need to be taking advantage of. Big, small, it doesn't matter. And this has been a big goal of ours for 2024, is to host, whether it's small little gatherings for content creators or people, like for me to teach, whatever, it doesn't matter, but we're trying to, have some touch points with our community so that we can just cultivate those relationships on a more personal level. And that is what the biggest of big companies to the smallest of small companies are trying to prioritize this year. And Forbes says brands will increasingly invest in creating offline touch points that resonate with customers on a personal level. Branded merchandise and events will play a pivotal role in this strategy, helping to establish deeper connections and memorable moments. And I don't think people understand the impact of a memory and how that can stay with you for so long and be the thing that allows you to continue to frequent a business over another competitor. So this is a big one. I think we're going to see a lot of events that are not just closed off to influencers, but are open to the greater population of brands communities. Another trend is the rise of micro-influencers. Now, if you've been with me, you know that this is something that I have been telling you, okay? It does not matter how big or small your audience is. What matters is the quality of your audience and how much you are able to make them make a move, okay? So if you can get your community to purchase something, if you can get them to listen to you, if you can get them to take action, that is what brands are looking for. It doesn't matter if you have an audience of 5,000 people or 500,000 people. So it says that leverage micro-influencers in your industry and community. The days of only working with high-profile celebrities to market your products are long over. And these micro-influencers are much more affordable for brands and can be just as, if not even more, effective because they are relatable and have loyal followings. Consider investing in a collaboration and see how it expands your reach. Okay, so this is kind of like a Captain Obvious one, but this just goes to show again that the creator marketing budgets aren't going anywhere, and that includes for content creators who have smaller audiences, especially if you have a smaller audience that has a common ground. So you're a teacher and you share about being a teacher or a day in the lives, and you have lots of teachers in your community, and you get reached out to by a pencil company. They know that you have a high value audience to market their product to. And that is the thing about not necessarily having a super closed in niche, but to know that your audience has some commonalities that makes you a marketable influencer, no matter how big or small your community is. Another trend to look out for that none of us should be surprised about is a focus on the impact of tech and data. It says in 2024, I expect marketers to pay special attention to content creation through generative AI, the personalization of the user journey via data and AI, campaign measurement, and return on advertising spend, as well as the impact of smaller influencers and user-generated content. So basically, generative AI is what is going to help create these personalizations, the personalized user journey, and this is all done via data. So we're gonna start seeing some of that personalization, even though it might not be it's never going to be manual. A lot of it is going to be data driven. We are seeing that data policies are being cracked down on more because of the expansion of technology. So I do think that we are going to see AI just continue to expand. And we're going to start seeing it in everyday software. It's going to start impacting our workflows if it hasn't already. But I just think 2024 is going to be the year that we see even more of that. And I quite enjoy some of the features that have been integrated into some of the apps and the systems that we use. But I'm curious to know, like, how far will it go? You know, like some stuff is just kind of creepy. Those are like the main ones that stuck out to me that I feel like are most relevant for you. However, I want you to go and read the article. It has some great insight, and just FYI, do some research. Like, marketing is all about being creative. It is all about sharing the core values of a company and making that practical for the everyday consumer. And so I just want you to know that storytelling is never going to go out of style. Content is never going to go out of style. And being relatable and touchable, whether that's through in person or that's through extremely relatable content or events or just some way to deeper connect with your community, that type of stuff is never going to go out of style. So I don't want you to overthink it. A lot of these trends have been trends for a while. So these aren't really anything new, but I thought it'd be fun to kind of go through a list of things that a very notable source of Forbes had to say about what they think is to come in 2024. So let me know in the comments if one of these trends to look out for is something that you're going to be implementing into your marketing strategy. On that note, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Okay, babe, I'm done.